You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the quarterback could have thrown that one any better. I mean, he literally put that right on the face mask of his guy. Receivers just got to catch it.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On the play. Second down coming up. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense might bring the house here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Gophers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys who are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Punga. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Get set.
Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Trying to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Ames. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big 12. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And this defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Working that left side now. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Might be looking to run. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Kansas State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the tackler. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll try the left side. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. They can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
He'll just keep slinging it. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Snowed under by the defense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Getting some heat. And he was hit just... the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Never a doubt. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now the 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Running with power. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Power football with the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Wide out in motion. They go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. He's moving out of the pocket. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easy.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got... Deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. Returns like that are why you don't... catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He rifles one deep to the left. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game and completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going, but...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Boom. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
by Kansas State.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time on target. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. Fires left. Got him downfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. He slings it deep to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. Afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
2nd down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Oh, it's picked. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll go back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going deep. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 18 to Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fighting off the defender. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times It's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those positions.
And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He leaves it with his back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open, he makes the catch. The expressway is wide open. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50, 3rd and long. On any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends some play. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
And he does everything he can. Tries to scramble, tries to make something happen. Nice job by the defense getting him to the ground. Down by more than a field goal. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, that's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. You got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever...
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Not the biggest return, but he sets them up inside the red zone at the 19. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Looking for a crease to the left.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown, Kansas State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Grove. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense. And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Coming after it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Snagged in the middle. Ichpunga. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. He's got it down the middle. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Pressure, throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snags it over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snags it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Kansas State, 27.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Now improvising. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Looking to throw on 3rd. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up for...
Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
This QB coming up clutch in a big moment. Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period.
34, Minnesota, 31.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah.